Jonathan with Iron Mind Hypnosis here. One of the secrets of hypnosis is the realization that the languages we speak, the words we use, have profound power in how they shape our thinking, how they maybe even distort our thinking. They allow us to think things which may or may not be true. And if it's common to use a language in a certain way, it becomes really common to think the way that language motivates you to think. But sometimes that's not strictly true. For example, in the English language, it's common to say that this person or this thing makes me feel a way. It's flat out not true. And you can prove to yourself that it's not true because one external behavior can have two different responses in even the same person. There have been absolutely times where you have discovered that the presence of another person is a frustration for you, where you were looking for peace or solitude, and this other person is an interruption of that. And likewise, you've doubtless had times where you either very much appreciated the presence of a person, maybe even the same person, for the companionship, for a chance to communicate. And sure, you can stretch the model to say, well, a person, but additional provisos on the person. And to some extent, sure. And to some extent, that's like putting the earth at the center of everything and revising the epicycles for where the planet should be. What's really going on is we have needs, human needs. And like Maslow and his hierarchy, there are things like physical food, shelter, to not be chewed on by dangerous animals, to be kept at an appropriate temperature. And these go up to things like self-expression and contribution, things like that. All sorts of needs. And what's going on in the world is just stuff that's going on in the world. And when we look at the things in the world through the perspective of our needs, there's where we get our feelings. Our feelings are not things that are in any direct way based on what's going on in the world. And when we realize what our needs are that we're trying to meet, what are and are not being met, then it gives us a lot more flexibility in how we communicate and how we go about finding solutions to those unmet needs. So is that, well, just the additional options for how to meet any given need means that the resources go much further than you might first have guessed. Because human beings have been meeting our needs since before recorded history. And absolutely, in the past, those were being met at a different level. And they were done differently. But there's no reason, knowing that people had happiness so far back, that when you understand what needs you're trying to meet and how the world is impacting your needs, and that allows you to create your feelings. When you understand that mechanism, it gives you great power to live a happier, more productive life in this world. So, we'll just do a quick breathing break. Because sometimes just catching a breath of time between what's going on in the world and what's going on inside you can be a huge help. So if it's safe and appropriate for you to do so, no driving, nothing dangerous, take a deep breath, closing your eyes. Every breath you take, nice slow breath, focusing on any bit of relaxation you discover in your body. Focusing on any piece of comfort, whether it's slight or profound, whether it's big or small. And relax. And as you relax, you might notice more comfort. And the comfort might allow you to notice peace. And the comfort and peace might draw your attention to the relaxation. And you can feel good. Maybe even experience a smile as you just breathe. And know that you can breathe when life gets busy. You can breathe when there are demands and requests and so many busy things. You can breathe when you're busy. You have to breathe anyway. And being mindful with your breath, can give you just enough time. It's only one breath. To be aware of what's really going on for you. What you're feeling. Perhaps a name for the emotion. What your need is. A need is quite different than a strategy. Often in language, we say, I need this or I need that. I need a carbonated beverage of a certain brand, where in fact, thirst alone is the actual sensation indicating a need for proper hydration. And that can be done in hundreds of ways, many of them delicious, many quite healthful. Some are both of those things. And it's easy to confuse a strategy, a specific beverage for the need for a beverage or hydration in general. But realizing that any healthful beverage will satisfy the need means the options go from one or perhaps two to hundreds. And then it's a matter of choosing an option, a strategy that works even better. And that's the beauty of a single breath. Just enough separation to know what's really going on in yourself. Now, I'm going to invite you to return to the waking world, the outside world. On the count of 5, you'll be wide awake, alert, and ready for whatever you got going. 1, noticing the surface beneath you. 2, moving your fingers and your toes. 3, give it a stretch with a deep breath. Energy-giving oxygen filling your lungs, moving to your blood, to all the tissues of your body. Eyes are clear like they've been washed with fresh spring water. Mind is clear and focused. Sinus is clear, throat clear, voice clear, and lungs clear. 5, wide awake, feeling fantastic, and ready for whatever your day has for you. And I hope you have a wonderful day, taking just enough time to feel what's really going on for you. Have a wonderful day.